welcome to another New Creature review. Today we're checking out Marvel Select Disney Store exclusive Thanos from Diamond Select Toys. Now, while this guy isn't technically from my 2-day trip with my wife to San Antonio, after I reviewed this guy, I went to the Disney Store website just kind of hoping that he would be available, and he was available. So if you're still looking for this guy, check the Disney Store website, because I had no problems ordering him at all. I ordered him last Monday, so that was Labor Day, and he came the following Monday. So it took about a week for him to get here. So if you're looking for this guy, go ahead and order him from the Disney Store online, the Disney Store website. Let's check this out real quick. I wanted to show you this right off the bat. You can see that somewhere along the line of this guy being made and packaged and getting to my home, his head crest managed to scrape up against the inside of the box, leaving some of the paint. There, that's a better angle right there. And when I run my finger on it, I actually can feel the divots where that hit. So this guy must have been like squished up in the box like that or something, because when I do that right now, I can see that it's right there, and then it must have shifted and hit this side too. I'm not happy about that, obviously, but let's check this out anyway. All right, we got our Marvel Select logo right there, Thanos Disney Store logo right here. We've got our Marvel Thanos logo right there. On this side, we have some really awesome artwork of Thanos. And on the back, we have a product shot of the big man himself holding up his Infinity Gauntlet. Thanos Marvel Select. We've got the Marvel Diamond Select and Comic Shop Locator Service logos right there. And some other information. So read that. Be responsible. Read the fine print. All right. So there's not much to this box, just like the other one. So let's get this guy open. All right, here he is outside of his packaging. Let's look at what he comes with. Let's get in close. There is his bald alternate head. That's a really cool sculpt right there. I really like the details on this guy. His yellow teeth, all the wrinkles around his grin, his chin. His chin looks cool. And I really like how the shadows catch on this guy with his brow and all the wrinkles. It looks really cool. Let's get closer. Look at that. Yeah. That looks really cool. Now, in comparison to the head that's on him right now, the only difference is that this has a helmet on there, and this should just pop right off. And this one will go on. Let's see what that looks like. There we go. And that doesn't look too bad. I'm probably going to keep the other head. Yeah, you know what? That is decided. I'm going to keep this head on there just because I already have two Thanoses that have no helmet. So it's nice to have a little representation. So let's take that back off. I do like the shade of it, though. And I do like how menacing and angry it. Well, it doesn't look angry. It just looks really like maniacal, you know? Let's take that off. But I think the only real difference between these two heads is the helmet itself, because they both kind of have that. You see that? This one's smiling a little bit bigger. This one's like grinning like you're making a mistake. This one is like, it doesn't matter what you do because I win. All right, let's put it back on. Prominent click. All right, let's take a look at his detail. Check this out. We've got, let's look at his helmet. Yeah. The paint is nice on this. Despite the scrape on the box right here on the crest, it still looks really good. And it's nice and sharp. I mean, you can see where it's wiped off right there, but it is sharp. It is real. It's still really nice. All the lines here, got the gold around his face. The gold is sharp on his ear circles. We've got 3 shades of gold here. We got like a yellow gold, and then a white gold, and then a bronze. So got 3 shades of metal going there. And we got these scrapes going on, which looks really cool too. You can see little divots. It looks just kind of like wear and tear, like he's been fighting a lot. That looks awesome. You got all these black lines on the blue. Looks really, really cool. They're raised too. They feel good. Let's see. He's very ornate all around. The gauntlets, they're nice and they're very well polished. Let's see. And that hand. It's not as sloppy as the other Thanos from Marvel Select. It looks very, very clean. I really appreciate that. It's very, very clean and sharp. And then you have the Infinity Gauntlet right here. The yellow's kind of off, but the rest of them look really good. The colors pop, and that's really nice. That one's a little sloppy too. Yeah, this one's sloppy too. It's like a little bit off. Maybe I'll go back later and touch that up a little bit. I say that, but I never do. All right, I like the musculature on this figure overall. He looks strong. He looks tough. Here's his waist garb right here. You got his spine with the gold, little black dots. And then we have those 3 metals going on again: the white gold, and the yellow gold, and the bronze, with the blue stripe going all the way around and just kind of filling in all the lines. That looks so good. It looks so good. You got the black coming down. Kind of looks like leg zippers right there. Yeah, they did a great job on this. And his boots, his kneecaps. That looks great. Yeah. And then the tread on his boots looks really good. Let's get into articulation. You saw from when I pulled this off that his head is on a ball joint, but there's not much going on in there. He's got his left and right rotation. He can go all the way around, but he can't tip his head back. So he's kind of always looking down unless you put him back up like this, which isn't too bad. But he can also look down. I just had it down there. See, he can look down and then he can straighten up. He can pull his chin back, but he can't look up. That's kind of a bummer. This is not removable, and it doesn't move very much, but his arms are on a swivel and a hinge. You can hinge out that far. He has a single jointed elbow. You get that much bend. His gauntlets spin all the way around with his hand, so they're just slotted on there. So if you manage to take off his hand, I imagine this piece will just come right off. His hand is on a swivel and it looks like a hinge. Yep, there's a hinge in there. So it goes up that far and not very far down. Or does it? Nope, doesn't want to go down for me. It doesn't need to. Looks kind of creepy. All right, the Infinity Gauntlet is the same way. It's slotted on there. The the forearm piece is slotted on, and it moves around with the fist, which is what I wish the other ones did, or at least the movie Thanos's did. But that's okay. I think this just allows for better posing. You know, he goes like this, then the whole thing ought to move, right? When he turns, the whole thing should move, right? It shouldn't just be the hand that moves around. Okay, let's see. Off of my high horse. Here we go. Let's check out this. He's got an ab rocker. It's not. It is not a ball rocker. It is just an abdominal crunch. It just looks like it has more range than it actually does. There is a swivel on the inside, though, so it does allow for more realistic motion. But it is kind of weird because this is gold and it's not consistent when it moves. It would have limited his range of motion, but if that was a loose piece that kind of came off and bent when he did that, I think that would have been okay. But this is also okay. Let's see. So he can crunch that far down, and he can arch that far back, which isn't really an arch. It's more like puffing out his chest. Let's see. There is no waist swivel. All the swivel is at the top right here, and it moves relative. So yeah, the swivel's at the top and the rocker's at the bottom. Let's see. His legs look like they are just on a swivel, just because it has the it kind of has a cutout for his crotch area, but it does go out, and it goes out significantly considering its limitation. So it's on a hinge and a swivel. The swivel doesn't go very far because of his belt area. There is a thigh cut at the top, and this is a double jointed knee. Let's see how far we can get it. Okay, it doesn't go very far. I mean, it's all right. It's not bad. Let's see. He has a boot cut at the bottom of his cuff there, his boot cuff, and you get full 360 on that. There is an ankle tilt. It goes up that far, down significantly far, and you have a rocker. So he can get into a pretty good pose. All right, so far I like him a lot. He feels sturdy. He feels good. Nothing feels loose on him. I saw another review where he just messing with his legs made his legs loose, but look, I'm not having any problems. So your mileage may vary, is what I'm trying to say. Let's get some size comparisons out here. Of course, we've got Marvel Select Thanos. And he's smaller. I think they're both, at least in their stance and stature, they're both really big guys, and they both have that menacing quality. But comic book Thanos is far bigger than our Disney exclusive Thanos. Let's check out the movie Thanoses. This is the first 10 years Thanos, and Build-A-Figure Thanos. And yeah, it looks like the movie versions are taller. Let's maybe, yeah, even bringing his legs together, they're like a full head taller than him. That's not too bad. All right. We got Ultron. He's like, what am I doing here? I'm not Thanos. We've got a Marvel Legends Iron Man. And the Invisible Woman. So these two are typical Marvel Legends figures. This is a Build-A-Figure, so he's got that height on him. So that's how they scale with the Marvel Universe figures, Marvel Legends and Marvel Select. All right, that's it for my review. I'm really excited to add this guy to my collection. It's always cool to have different iterations of the same figure on your shelf, because then you can see people's different interpretations. This guy looks incredible. He looks like a really awesome mix between comic book and MCU, and I really appreciate it. He's very, very ornate. It's like he's he's like the car emblem of like a really expensive car. He just looks really, really like top notch, and he feels so good. I'm just so excited to have him in my collection. All right, tell me what you think of this guy in the comments below. If you like this review, give me a like. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you can see when I put up more videos. Be sure to look out for pictures of this guy on my Instagram, because I am definitely going to be taking pictures of him soon. And check out my Facebook page, and thanks for watching.